Alright, what's up YouTube? I'm back with a video that I was hoping to get to roughly about 2 weeks ago, but yeah, life got in the way. Been super busy, end of the year stuff, and with the holidays coming up, I'm only going to get busier, so I figured I'd get this video done now while I had a couple minutes. So this is the Asus ZenWatch 2, 1 month later. My impressions of the watch, my overall opinion of it, and how I feel about smartwatches in general, and more specifically this watch. I've been using this watch as a daily driver for roughly 5 weeks, and I couldn't be happier. It does everything that it needs to do and more. I mean, I can go. It works just like you want it to work. There's never any lags, never any hiccups, never any reboots, never any missed notifications, nothing. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, when it's supposed to do it, and it is, in my opinion, the watch to beat right now. And I know that the Moto 360 2015 edition has a heart rate sensor, and it's round, and it's just got all these features that people just pine over. But it's also, between 200 and 250, 300, $350 more than this watch. It comes with a leather watch band. It's just a great watch for what it's supposed to do. It's fantastic. And if you can get past the fact that this doesn't have a built-in heart rate sensor, and it can't measure your heart rate just from the sensor alone, you can still use every other aspect of every single fitness tracking app, with the exception of the heart rate. Let me just show you this. My biggest thing is having a battery that can last all day. I took this off the charger this morning at about 7:30, and the battery's at 95%. It's 4:39 p.m. So that's roughly 9 hours. I actually ended up getting, I don't know if you can see that on the video. Let me zoom in so you can see it more clearly. You can see the screen protector. Not that I was even sold on this device needing a screen protector, but I was able to find some, they're just plastic. It's not a tempered glass screen protector or anything, but I was able to find some screen protectors on Amazon, and I'll link to the ones that I bought. I bumped this thing against walls, car doors, all sorts of stuff, and didn't see even the slightest scratches on the screen. Nothing. It was like impossible to scratch the screen, but just to be on the safe side, I installed a screen protector. The responsiveness isn't cut down at all. Things great. I never miss notifications. I always get them. And if you follow the Android world, more specifically the Android Wear world, you know that support is on the horizon for that guy right there. That speaker that was built into the ZenWatch 2, that also is included in the Huawei watch, that up until this point has not been utilized. They've already, with the latest revision to the Android Wear app, it was confirmed that there would be support for an external speaker in Android Wear with the 1.4 update. So that should come some point before the end of the year, and then you'll be able to take phone calls, listen to music directly from the watch. I don't know why you would want to do that, but if that's your thing, you'll have that ability. The battery life on this, I'm getting between 3 and 4 days per charge. And I've worn it every single day. I have not forgot to put it on one morning. Nothing. I've worn it every single day since the day I got it. My only gripe, and this is, before I get into that, what I've found is if I'm in a situation where my phone is right next to me or in my hand, say, or I do a lot of meetings all day at work, I use the theater mode quite a bit. As you can see, the watch isn't waking. You double tap the side button to enter theater mode. I use this a lot. It conserves battery in situations where I don't need the notifications to vibrate on my wrist, and utilizing that as often as possible. I can stretch this battery sometimes five days, a whole work week, wearing it day in and day out without charging. I mean, that's virtually unheard of on a smart device these days. So battery life has been incredible. And I just want to address, some people had posted comments on some of my previous videos about this watch, and with Bluetooth connectivity. Do you see problems with Bluetooth connectivity? At first, I did have some small issues with Bluetooth connectivity with this watch. So I started to think about it. What could be at the heart of those Bluetooth incompatibility issues? At the time, I was using custom ROMs on my phone, the phone that this watch is synced with. I was using a CM12 based ROM, and once I went back to just a rooted stock version from my OEM, I have not had a single Bluetooth connectivity problem since. So if you are having Bluetooth connection problems, I would investigate the ROM first before you blame the watch. And I also, for whatever reason, on the official software for my phone, I'm getting better battery life than I was on a custom ROM. So I'm not sure what about it. I don't know if it's the Bluetooth libs from the manufacturer are more stable and more reliable than those in third-party ROMs, but I tend to get much better battery life, better connection, better everything on a stock-based ROM, which sucks, but at the same time, it is what it is. So it's going to pretty much do it for this one. I would recommend to anybody, not just people that are on the fence about Android Wear, anybody, to go out, grab themselves one of these watches. It's only going to run you $149 for this model that I have right here. You will not be disappointed. It's a fantastic little device. It does everything that you want it to do and more. The price you can't beat. The battery life is solid. The build quality is solid. The one gripe, like I mentioned before, the one gripe that I have is the stiffness of this leather up here in the band. It hasn't, the rest of it's broken in nicely. As you can see, it's very nicely broken in, very soft, very comfortable. This, for whatever reason, this leather in this area on both sides is still very, very stiff. I'm going to start to investigate some third-party bands, or maybe even some alternate bands from Asus, but that's my only issue with this thing thus far. So I hope you got something useful out of this video. Like I said, this is 1 month of use, actually more like 5 weeks of use on my wrist every single day. Love it, still love it. Still love it just as much as the day I unboxed it and the day that I made my 24-hour later video. I absolutely love this watch. So if you're on the fence, or if you're just somebody that's looking to get into the game and you don't know where to go to the folks at Asus. Grab yourself a ZenWatch 2. You will not be disappointed. Alright, that is it. Sworn Leader signing out.